It's the weekend, morning manna people. Hope you have epic plans for this Saturday. Me and my boys, all four of them, the three little ones and one known as husband. I include him as part of the four boys. We have been making a habit of it to hike on Saturday mornings, get out of the house and get into the woods, into nature. And I really look forward to these mornings just meandering slowly down a trail, and it is a meander because we stop and look at every little thing in the trees and on the ground and on the side. You know, their little eyes see everything, and we stop and we have great conversations. And I like the slower pace along in the shade, tree-covered trails to roam for a few hours in the morning, and then of course we are home by lunch and naps, which are always good. Such days really do feed my soul, and I mean, what more can you ask for? I got my people, plus nature, plus an unhurried day. That is truly my happy. Some days I just sit back and I watch my boys run up and down the trails, taking it all in, and I just have this overwhelming feeling of being happy and a sense of feeling very, very blessed. This week I've been very conscious about paying closer attention to other such moments in my everyday, not just on Saturday mornings. Paying close attention to those moments in my day where I feel that same happiness, that same feeling of being blessed, that same feeling of peace. And I notice when I choose to stop and pay attention to life and not just let life happen all around me or happen to me, then I have quite a lot to be grateful for. And in these many moments of thankfulness, I have that feeling of happy, a feeling of very peacefulness and feeling blessed. So I know that there is some kind of connection to feeling happy and grateful, but I'm not going to go into that today. We are still here on this week, on Saturday, in search of understanding happiness better as people of faith through the lens of our faith lives. And this week we have been focusing on happiness as a habit, a learned habit that we can channel no matter what we are going through. And today we are in the Gospels with Jesus, in Luke, the Gospel of Luke, and we are going to read Luke 10:38 through 42, where we are with two of my favorite women of the Bible, Mary and Martha, two sisters. I love both these women, and I am both of these women, depending on the day. But let me not get ahead of myself. Let's just jump right to the reading. I will be reading Luke 10:38 through 42 in the NRSV translation of our Bibles. Hear these words. Now, as they went on their way, the disciples plus Jesus entered a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. She had a sister named Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to what he was saying. But Martha was distracted by all her many tasks, so she came to him and asked, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her then to help me." But the Lord answered Martha, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and distracted about many things. There is need of only one thing, and Mary has chosen the better part, which will not be taken away from her." You have probably heard the phrase creatures of production. It probably describes many of us, myself included. We like to go and do and accomplish and achieve and execute and perform and work and zip, zap, zoom right along life in the fast lane, moving without thinking and almost moving without taking a breath. Raise your hand if you know what I mean. While all that is not bad, it certainly doesn't make room, carve out time for rest, for true Sabbath, for pausing, for just being, for coming into the presence of God without a to-do list, without an agenda, or without your mind wandering aimlessly off. Not so aimlessly, because most of the time our minds are wandering off to that to-do list that is forever in the back of our minds, wondering what is next, what needs to get done, what do I have to do? Rest, Sabbath, pausing, being with God was commanded. It was a command since the creation of all things. And since the creation of all things, humanity has had a lot of trouble with this command. Hashtag truth. But here in Luke 10, we see Mary step away from it all. She plants herself at the feet of Jesus, and Jesus praises her for doing so. This is what Sunday should be all about for us people who follow Jesus. Stepping away from it all and sitting and being at the feet of Jesus. Sitting at his feet to breathe, to pause, to rest, to empty ourselves, and then to be filled by Jesus, to Sabbath. And in cultivating such a weekly habit, we as people of faith, we stay connected to God. And as we have already talked about this week, God is the source of all our happiness. God is our happy. So taking the time and making it a priority, we then therefore know happy. This and we know that feeling of constant peace and blessedness. So if right now, today, or most days, you feel a lot more like Martha, doing all the things, all the work, all the time, and have all the feelings that go with being a constant creature of production, tired, extreme fatigued, overwhelmed, overworked, stressed out, frustrated, restless, try channeling your Mary. Drop everything you're doing. It will still be there when you come back. Drop it all. Step away from the busy. For just a moment, let go of your to-do list and just be. Just be with Jesus and let Jesus fill you in ways that all those things that you need to get done cannot fill you with. Make such an exit off the fast lane a priority, not just an every now and again thing, but make it a priority. Make it a habit. A weekly one is great, but really we need daily such moments with God. I promise, if you make this a priority, you will notice your happiness, your sense of peace, your sense of feeling blessed. That quotient will rise in your life. Well, that's all I have for today, and that's the end of the week. So keep breathing, and I will see you next week. Choose God, choose happiness.